How's it going, everybody? How you been? Good to see you. Welcome back to Sound Like a Local. This is the podcast where we dive into the real-life English and explore the everyday things that shaped our lives. We're going to be talking about some different topics this week. And as you know, I am your host, Leo. Today we are discussing about something that almost everyone on the planet experiences: the daily commute. Now you might think, the commute, that's just getting from A to B, right? Well, today we're going to dig a little deeper. We're going to look at the commute not just as travel, but as a fascinating and sometimes frustrating and surprisingly philosophical part of the human experience. We will explore how it impacts our time, our feelings, and even who we are. So grab your coffee. Maybe you're even listening to this during your commute. And let's get going. First, let's make sure that we're all on the same page here. What is a commute? Simply put, a commute is your regular journey from home to work or to school or any other usual destination and back again. And a person who does this journey regularly, that is a commuter. Think about it. From the moment we leave our front door to the moment we step into our office or classroom, we are in motion. And there are so many different ways to do it. You might be a pedestrian, walking to work, or maybe a cyclist, braving the city streets on your bike. Many of us use public transport, and that's a general term for buses, trains, and subways, also known as mass transit. In big cities, the subway or metro is often the fastest way to travel underground. Then, of course, there are private vehicles. Your own car, or perhaps your carpool with colleagues sharing a ride. Or maybe you use ride sharing services like Uber or Lyft. In many places, especially in big cities, the commute is defined by rush hour or peak hours. This is the time when everyone is trying to get to work or go home. And you get stuck in traffic congestion, so-called AKA traffic jam. That's when the roads are full and the cars move very slowly or even stop completely. So think about your own commute now. What are your usual modes of transport? Are you a pedestrian? Are you more of a cyclist? Or do you take the bus or the subway? Or perhaps you drive? Me, in my case, I take my bike, and whenever I need to go downtown, I just commute on a bike. I live by myself and I can do everything on a bike. I really cherish the chance of commuting on a bike. Now, let's get a little bit philosophical here. Let's talk about time. Time is precious, right? We often feel like we never have enough of it. So, what about the time we spend commuting? For many people, it's an hour, 2 hours, or even 3 hours every single day. Is that wasted time? Or can it be found time? This is a big question. Some people see their commute as lost time, time they'd rather spend doing something else. It can feel like a time trap, especially if you're stuck in traffic congestion. It can reduce your productivity for the day, leaving you tired before you even start work. But for others, the commute is actually downtime. It is a period of transition. It's time to listen to music, to practice English with a podcast like this one. It's time to read a book, listen to an audiobook, or just think. Some people use it to mentally prepare for the day or to decompress after work. It can be a moment of personal space, a little bubble away from home and away from work. How do you personally use your commute time? Is it a productive time for you? Do you feel wasted? Or is it valuable for you to feel better for your well-being? Let's think about control versus flow. When you're commuting, especially on a public transport or in heavy traffic, how much control do you really have? It's very little, right? You can't control the traffic lights, the train delays, or the bus breaking down, for example. This lack of control can lead to a lot of frustration. It is easy to feel helpless when you're stuck and there's nothing you can do. This brings us to an idea, a bit like the philosophical concept of Wu Wei we talked about in a previous episode, I guess, which is about going with the flow, not forcing things. Sometimes we commute and you have to simply adapt. You have to adapt to accept the situation. If you try to resist the traffic, if you get angry and stressed, it only makes the experience worse. Learning to accept the unpredictable nature of commute, the unexpected delays, the crowded spaces, can be a form of adaptation. It's about finding a sense of peace even when things aren't going exactly to the plan. It's about not letting external factors completely ruin your internal state. Think about a time your commute was unexpectedly difficult. How did you react? Were you able to go with the flow, or did you just feel a lot of frustration? What strategies do you use to deal with these moments? While hanging there thinking about your answer, we also finally let's consider how the commute shapes our identity and our daily routine. For many, the commute is a ritual, a familiar sequence of actions that signals the start or the end of the workday. This routine creates a mental transition. Imagine someone living in a quiet rural area, driving to a busy city center, or their commute is a journey from peaceful escape to urban sprawl. Or think about someone who commutes by bike, like me. That journey might be part of their active lifestyle and their identity as a healthy person. Our commute can also affect our sense of connection or disconnection. Are you sharing a space with thousands of strangers on a train, feeling disconnected? Or are you walking through your neighborhood feeling connected with your local community? The sounds, the sights, the smell of your commute become part of your daily experience. For some, it's a grind. For others, it's a vital part of their day. Maybe the only time they have for themselves. What does your commute say about you or about where you live? Is it a positive or a negative start and to your day? Does it feel like a connection to your city or a barrier? So, as you can hear, the daily commute is much more than just travel. It's a journey through time, a lesson in control and acceptance, and a quiet shaper of our daily lives and even our identity. Next time you're on the way to work or school, try to notice the small details we talked about. Think about how you use that time, how you react to challenges, and what that journey means to you. Thank you for joining us today at Sound Like a Local. We hope this episode gave you something new to think about and, of course, helped you practice your real life English. Oh, I wanted to say something else. Before you go, make sure you follow me on Instagram for more real life English tips and behind the scenes content. You can find me at Dreyer, my lord, right on Instagram. Give me a follow and say hello. Until next time, guys, keep listening and keep learning and keep sounding like a great local.